So I've been like only dating men that spend money on me and I don't sleep with them. Like I literally don't sleep with them. And I got back with this one man and he made it very clear that like I would have to sleep with him in order for him to continue to buy me things. Like I wanted this bag and he was like, well, once you do this, you know, you can have the bag. And I was like, all right, like I wanted the bag. I ended up like spending the money on something else. But I just slowly started to see, I'm like, this isn't going to work for me. This dynamic is not going to work for me. Like I'm so used to being around high value men. And I'm also used to like, I don't give my body for money. Ew, that's fucking disgusting. Like I don't give my body for shit. No, you give me your stuff and you get to be around me. Like that's the symbiotic relationship here. And then when I trust you enough and I want to, then maybe I'll get my body. But like, yeah. So I cut him loose because that's like low value to me. You're not that valuable, hun bun. But me, I am. Okay.
Honestly, these questions you gotta ask on first dates, like, oh, where are you from? What's your color? Do you eat it from the back and now you're gonna suck on my toes? If not, off.
Controversial, but I think I would rather have my boyfriend cheat on me than end on good terms with him. Hold on. If he cheats on me, not only did I get saved from like a really bad future relationship because he's a cheater, but I'll also be super angry. Like I'll make his life miserable for a little bit, you know? I'll obviously be sad too, but I'll be more angry than sad, I think. If we end on good terms, where it's just like we just parted ways, like maybe different interests, I don't know, like just on good terms, I will be so sad because I'll be like, I still love him so much. Like I want to be back with him. Like imagine everything's going perfect, but you just like, you can't make it work. That's just like not fair. Like I want to go back to him because there was nothing wrong.
Sorry to break it to you boys, but women do love the bad boy, not for the reasons that you think. So the women who go after the bad boy, the nonchalant, the hot and cold, on again, off again, toxic man, they are confusing these toxic behaviors with passion because of their own trauma, which we're not going to dive into in this video. But I've heard a lot of men say that because they've seen the bad boy, the nonchalant guy win in dating, they've now adapted to this behavior. But my question for you is that the type of woman that you really want to win over? Because I guarantee you, the men dating these women and relationships with these women, it either doesn't last or they're not happy. And while you're trying to be nonchalant to win over more women, you're actually missing out on winning over the right women, because there are women out there looking for something genuine, consistent, calm, and stable. And real.
What's good, guys? It's your boy Josten J coming to you with another video. Let's cook, boys. Let's cook. All right. Women admit men shouldn't even be nice guys in modern dating. We got action. Let's cook.
Ladies, we have to do better. Why is it that the men that are respectful, that are kind, that pull out our door, that are gentle with us, that treat us with respect, those are the men that are the beta male, and there's something off about that guy. He's just not cool, or he's lame. But the guy that's nonchalant, the guy that really doesn't care, the guy that's disrespectful, he's rude, he has other women, those are the bad guys. Those are the guys that we want to chase. And we're the ones chasing them. Like, I'm trying to really understand, why is it that we can't receive genuine love and appreciate and see a good man when they're right there in front of our face? Why is it that we're so tied up? A lot of us women are so tied up in the toxicity of a man, in that they're the cool ones, or they're the ones that we should be with. Like, I'm really trying to make this make sense, because it doesn't to me.
Because women understand that they don't deserve it. Good treatment, a dude being attentive and sweet. Women understand that they don't deserve it because it doesn't feel earned. But at the same time, they're reserved the right to shout from the top of mountains that men should just be doing this stuff off rip. I find it funny that she's asking, why are we like this, when she has all the answers? It's like, I'm telling you, you can go into the comment section of a video of some chick doing something wrong, setting some dude up, whatever, or acting out, like a cop cam video. And they're like, I don't understand how women are acting like this. You're a woman. You understand. Stop trying to save face. Stop. They understand it, yet they will always act like they don't. It's hilarious. Now I'm gonna show you exactly why it makes no sense for you to be a nice guy. Let's get the next one.
I
went on a date with a guy last night and we had sex, and in the moment, great sex. No, like, had a good time. I genuinely had a good time. And then I was talking to my friend about it tonight, and I'm recounting what happened, and in my head I'm like, that was kind of like really presumptuous of him to like come inside me and whip his phone out and try to record me. And I'm like recounting things and I'm like, it was hot in the moment. That's not good. That's actually like super disrespectful. But I liked it. What does that say about me? I don't know.
This is why men should just be themselves. See, people think that it's cope language when you're like, yo, just be yourself, bro. You're like, nah, that's cope. Nah, be yourself. A woman that likes you, bro, she's gonna let you hit. She's gonna let you do whatever. She's gonna follow your instructions and follow your lead. In this example, is she saying, right, when she's recounting the night, is she saying how he was so sweet because he held open all the doors, he picked up the tab, he was really giving a damn about her life and what she does and all of this stuff? No. No. Dude was just being himself. Now, if you're a sucker in your emotions, you're like, well, he didn't have to do that, and he went about it this way, blah, blah, blah. She just said she liked it. She found it hot. Because she's into him. Not all of the stuff he could have done or could have been or whatever. No, she was feeling him and she made it happen. So is it safe to say that you don't have to do all this nice guy stuff? If she's sexually attracted to you, that's the most important part to make things happen? Yes, it is the most important thing to make things happen. Don't buy any of this nonsense out here. Let's get the next one.
I think I'm actually like pretty hard to be in a relationship with, because I like my men to be an asshole, but not too much of an asshole, because if you're too much of an asshole, I will bitch slap you. But if you're not an asshole at all and just completely submissive and do everything that I tell you to do, like, that's like if I can mother you, I don't want to be with you. You got what I'm saying? Like, if you're just like worshiping the ground that I walk on in like a bitchy man way, and not like you respect me way. Like, I want the ground worshipped on for me, but like, I need you to also be a dick. Because if you just worship the ground that I walk on and like, oh my God, I'll do anything for you, all the, ew, that is such an ick for me. Oh my God, I would rather be with a woman. Hell no. And if that is your type, no, more power to you. I'm not judging. I'm just saying, for me personally, I like my men to be very particular, because I cannot be with a weak man. That to me is equivalent to being with a girl. Like, I don't know. Does that make any sense? I feel like, or maybe I'm just the complicated one, but like the constant ups and downs and highs and lows, and like, you put me in my place and I put you in your place, like that to me keeps me interested, and that keeps the vibe going. But if the vibe is not going and you just fucking submit to everything that I say, that's an ick.
This clip is cool, you know, she's being honest, but at the same time, this is exactly why men stopped explaining themselves. What's understood doesn't need to be explained. So, you know, they'll always double back and be like, why did this guy do this though? Once they bump into this dude, right, this asshole that they're asking for, that knows how to be stern, he's a fun time and all of this stuff, but when they can't have their way with him, they'll always double back and be like, what's going on? This chick is so confident right here. I'm gonna tell you guys all the time, it makes no sense for you to be nice because they have these dudes at the table, not asking them what they bring to the table. They don't want them. They think you're a sucker, you're a lame, you're a loser. Here's the thing that's funny, right? Guys eventually boss up, and then they don't have access to said men, and then they're like, what's wrong with all men? See, let's keep it 100 all the way across the board. When a woman thinks that you're lame, you're boring, trust and believe, bro, you're good. She thinks you're boring and all that. No, you're good, bro. You don't bring drama. You don't bring chaos. That's what they want. You understand? See, what she's explaining, she says something in there, when I keep him in his place and he keeps me in my place. No, that's not how that works, bro. Women can say things that sound like okay, but they never hit it 100% on the head. No, they don't. No, you don't put a man in his place. He wouldn't be a man.
My situationship ended things on Monday. It's fine that he broke up with me. Like, I understand the reasonings behind it, but I'm like so annoyed just at the whole situation. The beginning of it all, my toxic ex and I had like just stopped talking. I was like, hey, like, I don't want anything serious. He was like, oh, I really like you, and I'm gonna convince you to want to be my girlfriend. So the whole 3 months, since January, he's like courting me and convincing me to want to be his girlfriend. He's like cooking for me. He's taking me out on dates. Mind you, I meet his mom. I meet his sister, and I meet his twin brother. That might not mean a lot for some people, but it does to me. While he's convincing me this entire time that, like, I want to be his girlfriend, I'm accidentally convincing him that he doesn't want a girlfriend. Like, I convinced him the opposite way. He was like, damn, her life looks fun. Maybe I should stay single. And I'm like annoyed because it's like, bro, you could have just left me alone. Tanto convencerme y enamorarme para qué. And then he met my parents. The day after that is when he started acting different. And maybe it was because he was like, hey, that was a big step and I don't think like I want to be with her. And he like didn't know how to tell me, but also you're 33 years old, tell me. And then he like didn't talk to me. And obviously like, hello, we talked every day. I want to clock that you're not talking to me. But I was like, we can feel the energy. That energy has shifted. I was like, all right. On Easter weekend, I was like, I haven't heard from you in like a few days. Are you good? He responds hours later and he's like, yeah, sorry. Just been thinking about a lot. And so I responded, I figured something might be on your mind. Do you want to talk about it? Doesn't respond, posts on his Instagram story, posts like a picture of his fucking hats, and he's like, looking for a place to wear these. Take your fucking Sorry. And I was like, oh, damn, all right. Someone took my bitch. Like the next day, like hours fucking later, I guess, and he was like, we can talk about it if you want. I just think that we've been caught up in our current feelings and not thinking about things long term, and we just have different goals. Like, we all know what that means. Like, you don't see me as a long term Betty, and that's fine. I wrote out this like ginormous text about like how I felt, and I just didn't send it because I was like, damn, he didn't talk to me for like 3 days. He don't give a fuck about me. And I also don't want to change anybody's mind because you know what? He was right. That was not my husband. We both knew it. But also, damn, bro, you didn't just want to keep fucking around a little bit? Like, you didn't want to keep, like, I don't know, making out? Like, I get you want to find your wifey, but you're not going to find her tomorrow. As soon as you do, we can stop. I didn't say any of that.
How could he break up with you if you're never in a relationship, if you're in a situationship, all of these dumbass filler words? So you're never in a relationship with this guy. You thought you had the leverage trying to convince this guy that you didn't want to be in a relationship or whatever. Now, he doesn't want to be in a relationship with you either. After telling you that he wanted to be in a relationship with you, you lost the leverage because you were playing with him. Now you can't play with him anymore and you're mad? Guys, go to the how to get rid of the simp video, the Simp Chronicles, the first one I ever did, right? Where I'm on the thumbnail and I'm like this, like, right? Go to that video. Go to that video, bro. This is the same thing happening in live timing. And that chick is a stripper. The one that I'm telling the embarrassing story about, I was like all simping and shit. She's a stripper now. This is why I'm trying to tell you guys, my life experience shows me, bro, you will never lose, bro. As long as you care about yourself, as long as you put yourself first, don't look back. Don't think, oh, if I could have moved left, move right. No, bro, these chicks are going to be what they're going to be. And the only reason I know that is because I was on Instagram and my suggested, like, it keeps popping up. Like when I go to my profile, like if I want to post something on my story, people pop up and I click. I'm like, no way. I click. She's a pole dancer and all of this stuff. I couldn't see her profile, but I just clicked it because I'm like, it had the first initial and her last name. I'm like, is that? So I clicked it. I'm like, bro, it says professional pole dancer or stripper or something like that. I'm just laughing like, this is the chick that you were tripping off of, bro. Years ago, of course, but like, this is the chick that you were tripping off of, that you could see forever with and all of this nonsense. I'm telling you, bro, don't trip. Because that situation it was going exactly like what she's saying in this video. You know, she had the leverage in the beginning, but at the end, she didn't have the leverage. Once the brother woke up, she didn't have the leverage. Same thing I went through. They don't have leverage unless you give a damn like that. But they show you every time you care that it's like you got to pump the brakes a little bit. And that's where I am now. You know, guys, I've been through a lot. And especially when it comes to dealing with women, the reason why I don't have any problems with it is because over the years, your standard becomes either she complies or goodbye, bro. And you're better off that way. Let's get the next one.
I went on a Hinge date and the guy was like, yeah, I'm not looking for anything serious right now. You put looking for a long-term relationship on your profile. You literally said you were looking for something serious on your profile. I am done with these apps. I will only be using invite-only apps from now on where the community is curated and the men are better. For example, Hoppy. I no longer need to figure out what you mean when you say you're figuring out your relationship type. The men on there are just better. I'm sorry.
Okay, so Hinge, there's something wrong with it, right? And a guy lied to you about his profile and this, that, and the third. So now you're talking about another app that has better men, but you're not telling us about the guy who's better than that guy that is treating you like a woman and a princess and taking you on dates and being super intentional with you. No, another one down of a man's indifference for the books. Just gonna talk about this guy. So this proves men don't need to be nice. Because even the men who are better, you can't even come up with a story or tell us something good about these dudes. No, let's talk about that guy. Let's get the next one.
Y'all, ladies, please don't come over here talking about men cheating no more. Y'all choose cheaters. I know. I had a girl one time that I went and explored my options on, and we wasn't even in a relationship. Do you know that woman screwed me harder than she had ever screwed me in my life? Y'all like competition. Y'all like competition. Y'all reward bad behavior. I just did a video on this the other day. Y'all reward bad behavior, and I'm glad now that I got the passion behind it to talk about women rewarding bad behavior. Y'all will have a man cheat, and still marry the man. Y'all will have a man beat y'all up, fight with y'all all that, and still marry the man. Y'all like cheaters. Y'all like men that bring problems, and I can attest to it. I can attest to it. I have dated a girl that did not take me seriously until I went and slept with somebody else. Y'all like bad men. Y'all like me when I'm bad. I don't want to hear it no more. Hey, Joey, he cheat. I don't want to be submissive. He didn't cheat. He's gonna cheat. He's gonna cheat. Y'all like cheaters. I got a homeboy right now, house, car, everything. Don't no girl want him. He ain't ugly, but none of y'all want him. He would never cheat. Y'all like men with options. You want to be the one that he picks over all the other girls, so you will slave, and you will sit there, and you will earn, and you will earn, and you will earn, and you will please, and you will, why won't you love me? Why won't you love me? Please be with me. Please. I'll cook, I'll clean, I'll suck it harder than she will, and he will still cheat, and y'all will still marry him. So I don't want to hear anything else about cheating from men, because men do it because it works. If y'all women left a nigga every time he cheated, men would be lonely. But y'all like and reward men that have all the options. Y'all want the guy that every woman that is a top tier woman can have. You'll be a 6 chasing a 9 trying to get him to adore you while he's fucking all of the 8s.
This is facts. And I know, not all women, it should go without saying, but this is facts. And I don't know if this is a stud or whatever, but everybody's going to come to the same realization, bro, when you're dating women. Everybody's going to come to the same realization when you're dating women. Women respect dudes who they have to earn. See, when you put a word to it, cheating, okay, you can use that word, but, if she wants that guy, she's going to have to accept certain things. That's really her earning this dude. Because if he makes her the main, she beat out a bunch of other women for that said position. That's why women, see, I don't look at things as a negative thing, right? Like, the chick in a couple clips before, she's like, oh, I slept with this dude after the date. What does that say about me? What does it say about you? It doesn't say anything bad about you. You really liked him, so it didn't require much but a date. And then, getting to know him and all of this nonsense. And then you were comfortable sleeping with him because you were sexually attracted to him. What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. But you know what else is wrong? When you meet another dude and you have different rules and requirements for him. Now you look goofy. Don't even date the dude that far where he has to jump through hoops. Only date dudes who you're sexually attracted to. But women have a hard time doing this, because they run the risk of getting played, fleeced, and finessed, because these guys have options. That's all it's really about. So there's no right or wrong here. And see, in this clip, I don't want it to get misconstrued. You don't have to be a player. You don't have to be a jerk. You don't have to be like that. You don't have to try to pretend to be nonchalant, because there is no pretending, honestly. You're not nonchalant if you're just putting on a show or you're putting on an act. When you literally can't be fazed by what a woman does or what she says, bro, that is when you truly reached your peak, bro. When it comes to dating, you truly reached your peak, because it's only going to help you get to what's for you and avoid what's not for you. It's your boy Josten J. Get with you boys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Yo, Mom, what you doing?
I'm trying to get you a stepdaddy. Get out the way.
I want a stepdaddy.